Hello everybody, it's Sarah and today I am here with my TBR for the Tome Topple that is going to be happening from I think the 9th of November to the 22nd of November. Tome Topple of course was created by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, and I will leave her announcement video as well as her channel in the description box down below, so go and check those links out. And now let me just tell you very quickly the challenges and then my possible TBR. The first challenge is to read more than one book, so 2 or more books. The second challenge is to read the tome that has been on your TBR the longest, and that was a hard one. The third challenge is to read a tome that is part of a series. The fourth challenge is to read a tome that is not part of a genre that I'm usually reading, so not fantasy. And then the fifth challenge is to read an adult novel. So yeah, let me get into my TBR. So I'm going to tell you about 5 books right now. I will definitely not read them all. They're all just options, and I will choose probably 2 of them and try to read 2 of them, but that just depends on my mood and what I'm feeling like when Tome Topple is going on. The first one is The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan, which is the 3rd book in the Wheel of Time series. I'm technically already 50 pages in or 60 pages in, but it's over 600 pages, so it's still gonna be longer than 500 pages that I'm going to read, so I would still count it. And first of all, this was one of my picks that I picked from my TBR jar, which you probably don't know already because this is probably going up before my October wrap-up. But anyway, this is one of the picks from my TBR jar, so I want to read it in November anyway. And also I need to read it by the end of 2019 because I threw my book buying ban out of the window, but I would still like to have read all the books that I have acquired during the year by the end of December, and I bought this book this year, so I'm going to have to read it sooner or later anyway, and it might as well be during Tome Topple. Then the second book that I might read is The Tower of Dawn, which is the 6th book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Yes, I still haven't finished that series, and I first of all finally want to finish it. It might also be a better choice than The Dragon Reborn because I can read both of them for reading like a book that's part of a series, but Sarah J. Maas definitely is easier to read than Robert Jordan, and if I'm going to have to read a book in a genre that I don't usually read, that's already going to be slower, so maybe it'd be like smarter to pick up a book that's faster for the second book that I'm going to read. Also, The Dragon Reborn I can read as an adult novel, of course. Then the next 3 books are 3 of the books that have been the longest on my TBR, so all of them would work for that challenge. And for my TBR, I only counted my physical TBR, by the way. The first one is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I bought this book ages ago and I still haven't read it, and it's just over 500 pages. It's YA though, so if I read this, I cannot read The Tower of Dawn. However, it is historical fiction that I don't usually read, so it would work for that. Then next is Herman Melville's Moby Dick, which I have started like I think back in 2016, and I got like 140 pages in, but I'm going to have to restart because I can't remember anything. But yeah, I definitely finally want to read it, and I did really enjoy it back when I read it, but I just wasn't in a mood for a classic. And again, classic not really something that I usually read, so that would also work for that one. So we'll see. Also, it works as an adult novel. And then lastly, another classic. So again, it works for a genre that I don't usually read, and that is Emma by Jane Austen, which again has also been on my shelves for ages. I mean, this one would be a bit cheating because the actual story is only like 450 pages or 460 pages. No, actually it's longer, 470 pages. And then the last 30 pages or so until the book is done is just like glossary, and yeah, actually it's only 498 pages, but who cares about that? So I'm sure there's an edition that's more than 500 pages. But yeah, we'll see if I'm going to pick that up or one of the other ones. But anyway, that is it for my Tome Topple TBR. Tell me in the comments down below if you're going to join and which books you're going to read. And I guess we'll see each other once Tome Topple is over, and I'll tell you if I succeeded or not. And with that said, all the links to my social media are in the description box down below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe think about giving me a thumbs up and also maybe subscribing, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye!